Hello everyone, this is Dave, and this is Moonride, my channel, where I'm channeling the man in the moon. Today we're going to channel on Cohen's raid. The question is, what is in the tape recordings that he has made, and how serious are they? I must warn viewers, I have already done a bit of channeling on this, and what I've seen is extremely disturbing. It is so disturbing that I actually had to stop the channel because I just didn't want to see any more of this material. I'm doing it again, but I do want to let viewers know this is very disturbing stuff. If you've suffered any kind of child abuse, any kind of child abuse issues surround you, you might not want to watch this video. You might want to just wait and see what happens. I'm channeling it because I think it's important. I think that people are going to need to know. I think that it is so serious that we're going to have to take this material in waves, just so that we can maintain some kind of integrity. It's really disturbing stuff. Um, so I don't want to prejudge you. Let's just go ahead and ask the question: what is in the tapes that have been seized from Cohen's office, Michael Cohen's office? Yeah. So there's nowhere to hide. The stuff that's in these tapes is so damning to Cohen that he can't find any way to hide it. It's like you're trying to hide behind a tree in the woods, and the trees are all really thin, and there's nowhere to hide. Stormy Daniels is there. He threatened her, and I mean he organized whoever threatened her. That he organized that. I keep seeing a knife with blood on it. I think he may have been responsible for. I think he's definitely responsible for hurting people, and that's not just a threat, but for actually physically harming people. And I think that's in the tapes because they recorded everything. There's just tapes coming out of tapes coming out of every drawer in this office. Like there's so much material that it's just going to take it's going to take a year to digest it all. And like it's like stuff that you can't look at. I don't know if people are aware of the Nixon tapes, but if you hear them, they are so full of profanity that most people couldn't even read them. This is similar. It's like, oh my god, I don't want to see that kind of tape. I've asked specifically that Spirit not show me anything like too gross, just show me some symbols of what's going on. Stormy Daniels, he threatened her. And she's fighting back because of that threat, right? He could have just left her alone. And she probably would have kept quiet. But, he threatened her, and she's angry about it. So look, PP tape. I think that the PP tape would be the best case scenario right now for Trump. The images that I get are he did something with kids, right? I don't think the prostitutes were appropriate age. I think that they were not 18. And when I say not 18, I mean way south of 18. I think that is all going to be revealed. Um, it is so shocking that American people will just take to the streets. It's so overwhelming that it's like a national mourning, a national day of protest. And I mean, like we've never seen before, the streets are crowded with people that are so outraged over how our government has been this debased. Be careful at these protests. There will be counter protesters who will be violent, and that is something we all need to be aware of. I'm being told do not be violent at these meetings when you go to protest. Not only is it your responsibility to be peaceful, it is your responsibility to organize others to make sure that there is only peaceful interactions going on. Um, However, we do that, that is essential. We do not want any cameras focusing on that one violent incident. Um, and yes, we should all film these. We should film these events. That way, there is proof of what's happening, and this is really important. Yeah, I mean, little girls. That is it. Like that's like I don't want to see any more pictures of this. It's just grossing me out. And I think that's how like every American is gonna get this. Like, come on, it's like these are recordings. Like we can't deny it. They're gonna talk about covering these things up. And yep, Putin's got that tape, and sure, you better believe that Putin's been blackmailing him. He's got that tape, and you know what? Mm, he might play it. He might just put that out on the internet. Now he's not so happy with Trump. He is thinking about that right now. Hmm. He's not entirely certain that he'll do it, but he's getting closer and closer to doing it. That is Putin. Um, and I'm just going to ask this question: will Cohen just turn state's evidence? Will he cop a plea deal and rat out Trump? Um, yes, a little rat. That's what I'm seeing as a little rat. Yep, that's what he's going to do. He's already he knows he's going to go to prison. He's hoping for 20 years because that's how bad the things are in the tape. I should say tapes. There's plenty of tapes, more than he could. Even if he knew they were coming, he couldn't have destroyed all the evidence because there's so much evidence. Yeah, and he keeps showing me his watch. Cohen's showing me his watch. Like soon, very soon, I'm going to flip 6 o'clock, and I'm thinking this is 6 o'clock America time. I'm not in America right now, but I think this is 6 o'clock tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Uh, it looks like it's Wednesday. Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Okay, I think Wednesday he will actually start to cooperate because he knows how much trouble he is in, and he's like, I'm not going to go to prison for the rest of my life. What's in it for me? Um, he's starting to figure out that Trump can't save him, and that those little signals that Trump has been giving to him are are pointless. They won't really save him. The Southern District of New York is not going to let him off the hook for Trump. Yeah, he's just like, hey man, I'm giving up. I give up. Um, okay. So look, this is going to have a great effect on America. It's really going to affect our consciousness at a certain level. Understand that I see the American flag being lowered and then rehoisted. We had to go through this horrible, horrible scenario. All the dark forces that are undergirding America have come forth so that we can address them and deal with them. It's important that we do so in a peaceful way, but we must be very forceful and we must say no. Forget the Me Too movement, and I don't want to discredit it. It's a very important movement. But the new movement that's going to come forward is going to be like, I was abused. And when those people come up to you, it's important for us to listen to them. And obviously, we need to evaluate it and see how much truth there is to some of these stories. But we need to listen to people who come and tell us about this. And we're going to be forced to deal with some very dark material. Now, this is just an adulthood. This is America becoming really adults and dealing with some, unpleasant aspects that have evolved in our culture. America is going forward. We are moving forward. The spirit of America is moving forward, and it's going to continue moving forward. It's not like we will disappear as a nation. It's just that we're going to be a different nation and a better nation after all this is done. So on that positive note, I'm going to end. Thanks for watching.